Dean, you must be happy to finish off the season with a win there.
Yeah, we didn't like, the game in Cairns the other night in regard to, obviously there was, it wasn't a heap to play for, but, I thought you just want to play the right way, and I thought we did the second half up there, so pleasing that we're able to, carry that through tonight, and we wanted it to be a kind of a playoff intensity about the way that we did things, and mistakes were a little bit heightened tonight for me, and if you're making errors, we need someone else to come in the game, and so I think everybody's alert to, certainly not going to be scared of making mistakes, but to understand just how important every possession is, and so I think we got that out of the game. We got down and made a little fight back as well. So, I thought I changed up the group a little bit to come out the second half, and IC and Ariel, I thought, just came out with a great intensity, and we got the game back the first 3 or 4 minutes there, and got good deflections. I thought IC's hand pressure just created trouble. Comes up with 4 steals for the game. And then we couldn't make shots the other night. There was, Delhi shot the basketball well. CG got going. IC shot it really efficiently. Some a little bit more from the 3-point line than we saw the other night.
Did you have a different attitude going into this game compared to the game against Cairns? Considering this team against the Hawks, they're a team that's someone you're probably going to play against in the finals. So, did you have a different attitude going into this game than the game against Cairns?
I don't know. There was a mentality in the Cairns one a little bit for us to say, we do want to spread the minutes. We do want to, and I think any time, and we wanted to try some zone. I think any time we just, are experimental a little bit rather than being, hey, let's just be us and be solid and, and play the minutes you're going to play and try and win the game. And so there was as a coach, I didn't think I was wrong in doing what I did up there to spread some minutes out for everybody, but I think there should possibly have been a greater approach about, hey, let's win the basketball game, and today we just walked in. That was our mindset. Let's go and win the ball game.
That was the first time you played the Hawks under Justin Tatum as head coach. What did you see from that team, and how have you seen that team completely turn around to a championship contender now? Yeah,
we played. There was a tough game. We played him here. Before he was here as well. They were playing some pretty good basketball. They didn't get across the line. I think they're trying to play a little faster than they did before, and probably one of the best in the league after a rebound, after a made basket, and really trying to advance it and be quick. And I thought we handled that fairly well tonight, and one of the really pleasing parts of the game is to say, the refs were in playoff mode a little bit. To see a 17-10 foul count and only 10 free throws for one team, 11 free throws for the other team. They said you're really going to have to earn your fouls tonight, and I think that's what playoff basketball should be about. And so they've been one of the best. Probably the best free throw rate over the time since Tatum's taken over. So our ability to stay in front and not foul was a key component. But he's got him playing hard, and that's, I guess, for any coach, when you say, what did you achieve? Did you get everybody playing with an urgency and a passion? And he certainly has done that really well.
You started Brad there. Was that first play drawn up for him to score there?
Yeah, impressive, eh? We just sang happy birthday to him, and he's like, yeah, let's run this one back every game, start me and get me the first bucket. But awesome for him. We wanted to acknowledge his career, and obviously there's a few more games to go and stuff. But it was a day to just take a step back and say, this is one of Australian basketball that I've been privileged to be able to coach him in Sydney and in Melbourne. But yeah, was a pioneer of going to Europe and the work that he did over there. But what a journey! It started in the NBL, Rookie of the Year, and made his way overseas, and then finished his career over here as well. So hell of a competitor and player, and just one of the funnest people to be around as well.
I see. How did you see the game out there tonight, and especially that Hawks team? That's someone you could probably be playing against in the finals in a couple of weeks' time. How do you see them in the game itself?
I think Coach said it. Even coming off the Cairns game, we know those are the two teams that like to get out in transition. So that was a big focus for us today, was to limit them, coming down with pace. Even watching them against Perth at home, they got out and got easy baskets off makes and misses. So they're like Coach said, they're playing hard for Coach Tatum. Looks like they're enjoying the playing it. So we want to come out, obviously get a win, but make sure that we set the tone if we see them down the road.
You've been a part of a couple of championship teams, NBA, NBL. What experience from that do you give the guys running into the finals, especially some of those younger guys on the team? What experience do you give to those guys running into this campaign?
I just try to lead by example more so than talk. If guys ask me questions, obviously I'm here for them, but we got other guys on the team that have won as well. So I think a collective of guys having their voices or showing actions on the court, I think can help us as a group from the guys that haven't been there before, and kind of up their level up to make sure that we all in contention.
Dean, how important was Chris Goulding getting to a 3-point shooting rhythm in the second half? He went 6 from 30 in his last 4 games, started tonight 0-5 at half time, and he obviously had a huge influence on the game, but more importantly got into his rhythm again.
Yeah, we've been pretty successful when he shot 10+ threes, and so glad that he come out hunting, in the second half, and we start screening for him. We start, just making him another focal point and get him moving off the basketball. Everyone's going to make it difficult for him to move. And get free, so it takes everybody in the group to make sure we keep getting him good shots. But I thought there were some ISO situations tonight as well where he just made plays and was able to pull up on people off his own dribble. And I thought there was a period in the middle of the season where we had others out and he was really doing that. So it's important we don't have the 3 imports. We've got a few guys that when it all breaks down can really go and create a shot, and he's one of them. I see another one. Joe, different guys, Delhi. But it's important to be able to have guys that can get their own shot, and I thought he found ways tonight.
Tanner Krebs obviously got a knock, and I don't think he came back, did he, after that? Is there an issue for him going forward?
No, not at all. He's. I thought after the knock, I went with Flynn in some backup minutes there, and I thought he was pretty good tonight. There was a couple of little errors he made, but went with him, and then CG was playing at a pretty good level that second half, so just kept rolling with him. So Tanner's going to be really important for us in the playoffs. Happy he made a defensive error at one end and then come back and hit a triple, and I think they're the responses that we want to see if you make an error.
Ian, you're in some of the best form of your NBL career, and that sort of says a bit because you've done a bit so far. How do you sort of assess your season, that of the teams, and what do you think's taken this team to the next level in sort of some seasons gone by, even though you haven't been part of the group the last few?
I think one thing for me personally was being able to have a preseason. The last couple of years, coming in, halfway through, you're always the new guy. It's an adjustment period, and by that time, the guys are making playoff runs and things like that. So having a preseason and going through the blitz and being able to start the year, even though I was hurt for a good chunk of time, just being around the guys and building that camaraderie has helped me be comfortable. Coaches put me in the good positions. And I think we all play well together. So when in those kind of environments, I can be myself, and guys let me do that on the court. And but I think as a whole, we got different lineups that go out there, but you can plug and place a lot of guys and get the same results. You got guys that play for each other, they want to play hard, and they want to win. And I think that's the most important thing.